Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of A Fresh Start with me, Chidima Blessing. And in case you're joining me for the first time, hi, welcome. Hello. First and foremost, this is my very first video for the year 2023, and I am so happy. You know why I took a while before I decided if whether or not I'm truly happy because there's been a lot going on. I mean, if you're in Nigeria, you would tell that there's been a whole lot going on, but nonetheless, we are still grateful for how far we have come as a people, as a country, and one thing, I don't know, this is like a general coping mechanism for every Nigerian. Whenever we're going through this kind of storm, we tend to have some sort of comic relief of some sort. Like we find a way to like navigate around it, and we're doing pretty well. So I am very grateful for this year. And yes, first of all, I want to shout out to all my friends who's been supporting me, who's been pushing me, really, who's been saying, "Good girl, we believe in you. You know you can this and that." At some point I got tired. I'm like, "Are you sure this is for me?" But yeah, thank you guys for your encouragements, and friends and family. I owe you guys a lot. Thank you so much. You guys are the reason why I am here today. And of course, you guys, my subscribers, my viewers, my people who comment, you guys have no idea. This is such an honor to be able to come here, post videos, and see that people actually watch these videos. It means a lot. Like every content creator has that thing in them. Like every time they post something, of course, you want to see if people like it or not. And when you don't get views at all, you're like, what did I do wrong? I remember one time I posted a video and I only got 4 views. I was devastated because I had put in so much. Not like so much because at the beginning level, that was my so much, right? But right now, I'm not like an advanced or an expert content creator. I'm still like, I would classify myself just like an average person, like an average content creator, right? Because I'm just starting out. I really started out last year, right? But I've learned a few things. I've bought courses to improve my skills. I've done a whole lot differently. And as you can see, I have a mic. So, and yeah, these are just the things that I'm putting in place to just, ensure that I'm growing and I'm learning and, learning things and I'm learning old stuff and everything. So, yeah, it's been a wonderful experience so far. And I hope you guys would also enjoy this experience with me because I'll be here to share it all with you guys. All right, yeah, welcome back. So, of course, like I said, if you're in Nigeria, you will agree with me that Nigeria has been crazy for the past few months. Um, January, February, and this is March now. It's been really crazy with the whole cashless policy. I would say Nigeria has gone an extension, but yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good anyway. But particularly this video, I just want to talk about making plans, New Year resolutions, and all that kind of stuff, right? This year, for the first time in a very long time, I did not do New Year resolution this year, and I don't know why, but because my previous New Year resolutions just don't go as planned. Not like it doesn't really go as planned. It's the fact that I would have my tiny book here. I think it's actually very handy. I can like literally show you guys. Like I have a lot of copy of this. See, there is more. Like I have like about, if I'm not mistaken, probably more than the thousands of this because it's like every year there's always new stuff, new challenges, new goals. Okay, this is refusing to come out. So basically I have a bunch of this here in the house, which is like every year I want to start up on a clean notes, tell myself this is one thing I want to achieve this year, this and that. I have this goal, I have that goal. But what I've noticed over the years is the fact that I set on realistic goals. Like, how I would tell myself, oh, this year I want to let me give you an example, right, of the things that I've said in my New Year resolutions that I never even attempted, right? Things like let's say I would say this year I want to write 10 books. For someone who has not even written one book, and you're setting a goal to write 10. You have never written even one, not even short story, but you were setting a goal to write 10 books in the whole year. And then I would be like, I want to read 30 books, Yeah. Sometimes in a year, I only end up with just reading one book or two, to be honest. Yeah. And goals like, oh, by the end of this year, I want to be able to have created like uh, 80 videos, done this, done that, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I just realized that I never even do up to a quarter of those things that I write down. So I stopped. And I'm not saying take my word for it, because it's not working for me does not mean it's not working for you. It might be way more disciplined than I am, so it might work for you. But me, I'm telling you from my own personal experience, every time that I have to jot down and say, this year, this is what I want to achieve, just never goes out plan. Like, and the bad side of that is these things come back to haunt me, because every time I flip through the pages of these diaries and all that, I look at myself and I'm like, wow, look at you, look at you. But then, so this year was different, right? I didn't write these things down. Rather, I had discussed it out to friends and some family members, so they hold me accountable. I didn't like write it down. They probably wrote it down, I don't know. But I had spoken to people about the things that I wanted to do this year, and I personally said to them, I need you guys' help. I need you guys to encourage me. I need you guys to push me. I need you to always ask me questions about this. I need you to always ask me, what have you done? What have you been able to do? What this and that and this. And here's what I also did. I spoke to different people about different things. Okay. For example, my friend Sarah and I, we talked about the financial aspect, and our saving plan this year was just, oh my god, we didn't go for something so big, like it wasn't something so out of this world, like we're trying to save up to this amount. No, we said we were trying to get this by the end of the day, by the end of the year. We put a price, we put something like, let's say, I'm going to use something very trivial. Let's say we wanted to get a bag that was worth £1 million, and we said, okay, we want to get this bag for £1 million, so we're going to have to save to get this bag by the end of the year. So I'm just using that as an example. I'm not about to buy a bag that's worth £1 million. Please, never in my life. If that happens, something is wrong with me. Okay, so like I said, I spoke to different friends about different things. So Sarah and I spoke about the financial aspect and what we wanted to do with our money, and where we wanted to get to from here. About, this is like future things, like things we wanted to achieve in the future, and we're like, we're young now, let's not wait till we get married, all that kind of stuff. Like, we're just kind of like planning our future. And then in the content aspect, I spoke to a friend, David, my friend. I'm literally listing out all my friends' names here. And he encouraged me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be making these videos, this and that. And he was like, I'm going to provide you with this, I'm going to provide you with that. And so basically that was what I did this year. I didn't have to write down. Spoke to a lot of different things. Spoke to my partner about half of the things that I wanted to do, and best believe he's always like on my, I was going to use the word but, I don't know if I can, but he's always on my neck asking me, babe, you said you're going to do this, have you done it? You said this, you said that. And every time I'm just being lazy, lying around, he reminds me. And this is why I think it's necessary for you to actually involve people rather than writing it down, because when you write it down, it's just you and yourself alone. Like, you can feel bad for all you care about, then that's it. But when you have people who hold you accountable for different things in your life, like my friend, I said to her, every end of the month, request for this amount from me. I have to give it out. I have to pay her a specific amount. We're both saving, and every month I have to pay. And whenever we default, we actually didn't think about a penalty for whenever we default, but we didn't discuss that. But that was it for me. So this is just a very short video, because this is my very first video for the year, and it took me this long to finally make my video, because okay, I talked I remember talking about excuses about one of my friends saying, so long you have an excuse for something, it means you deliberately want to do it. So I'm not about to give you guys my excuse. Rather, I'm going to apologize and make a promise that there's going to be more constant videos as time goes on. All right, I'm going to be producing more content as time goes on. I have somebody who's holding me accountable for this, and he is not playing. Right? And of course, I also want to acquire some new skills this year. And I also have somebody who is there to push me, and who has done this what the things that I'm about to achieve. I have people who have achieved it, so I'm kind of like following in their footsteps, and not just following in their footsteps, but I know these people, right? And so here I'm going to talk about mentorship, but it's a bit dicey, right? There's two types of mentorship. You can look up to people like celebrities, model what they're doing, but it's different when you reach out to this person that you are trying to become or be like. Reach out to them, be very polite. I don't know why some people will say, oh, I write to people and they don't respond. No, 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 it depends on how you go about it. Be very polite. And see, I know how to play with words. Like, I am really, really good with words. Like, oh my god, I don't know how to explain it. I wish I can, but I can't. But not like I've sent a lot of emails or like DMs that got rejected, right? But every time I try to send a DM to people, I try to put myself in their head, like, this is a random stranger coming to me, this and that. How do you approach them, right? What are the contents of your chats or your emails to these people, right? So for me personally, I've reached out to a couple of people that are doing things that I see myself doing, right? In the future, or that's where I see myself headed. And I reached out to these people, and I was really, really, really polite in, the in my chat, in my emails, and everything. And most of them I got a positive feedback. And also, you don't want to be like a pest. You don't want to be always coming to bother them about saying, "Oh, this is what I'm working at. What do you think about it? What do you think about that?" See, let me give you a tip. All right, if who you are trying to model or trying to follow has like a book, a course, all that kind of stuff that they have, ask for it. Don't just go to their DM and ask them for mentorship or, "Sir, I look up to you." I don't know how the content of your DMs or emails is, but don't go asking them. It's like you're basically saying, "Sir, please, I need you to tell me to become like you." Like he doesn't have anything that he's doing with his life. But then you can go, "Sir, I've made a series of research about you, this and that. I realized you have a book, and I honestly don't know how to get this book, but I reached out to you. You can talk about a little bit about the book and be honest. If you've not read about them, if you've not made any research about them, please don't reach out to them. If you don't know much about them, please do not. Do your due diligence. Reach out to them. If they have a product that they're selling, try to find out about this product. If they have a book, find out about this book, and then you can come to them at their DMs and say, you can start off with like, "Oh, I've made so much research about you. I've read so much about you, and I realize you have this material, that book or whatever package, whatever thing that might be offering, and I'm trying to get this. I don't know where to get it, and I need about this or that copy because I want to gift it to somebody else as a gift and all that." Now, let me tell you, you have deliberately opened up somebody's heart to you yourself without knowing. That's how these things work, though, right? And if you reach out to them, 99% of the time they will respond. They will. It might be the assistant responding, it might be anybody responding, but they will respond. And you will be noticed. You will. So, like I said, it depends. You might model somebody from afar, you might reach out to them personally, you might reach out to them by DM, email, whatever it means that you can. But for me, I just told you what I did. I had gone through this medium of asking to get their material, this and that. And right now, I have the WhatsApp contact of the person who I'm trying to be like, you know. And I don't go all about like always trying to barge into their DMs and ask questions. Sometimes, in case you guys don't even know this, let me teach you guys a few tips on how to make yourself not just noticeable, but somebody who somebody would want to connect with. So I realized that my mentor, I'm not going to mention his or her name, I realized my mentor always puts up quotes about different things about life and stuff like that. What I do is I reply, and before I reply, I go and make research about those things. I'll give you an example. I think one time he was talking about why the whole the post was about why he thinks the whole victimhood mindset is what most women are like. I think it was something in that area, right? Talking about victim mindset and all that. So victim mindset, in a layman's understanding, you'd be like, yeah, somebody playing the victim, right? Nah, yeah, of course. So I did the research, right? Watched videos, read a few things about this. It might be a long to you. You might not. I'm not. You might not have to do all of this. I'm not asking you to, right? So did the research. Read a few articles, watched a few videos, and then I replied to his post. And when I did, he was blown away. And then he asked me, what is your name again? In my head, I'm like, oh, you didn't even say my name, right? Okay. And I said, oh, my name is this and that. We started talking. And by the time we were almost done chatting, he got on a call with me. He or she got on a call with me. We spoke for a very long time. And he said to me, like, do you know that people would actually pay to speak to me? Like, I charge this and this amount of money to be on a call with people. I'm like, wow, really? Am I that special? So yeah, try this out for yourself. Try it out for yourself. Try it out for yourself. So New Year resolution, nope. Just have people to hold you accountable for whatever it is that you want to do. It's like, when people tell you they want to stop smoking, no matter how many times you write it in your room, you post things in your room, paste it everywhere and say, I will not smoke this year. I will not smoke this year. You can paste it everywhere all you want. You can post it on your phone widget. You can post it anywhere you want. Guess what? You would be able to smoke again. But once you have people who have you accountable for it, like you tell somebody, any day you see me smoke. And let me also say this. When you tell people to hold you accountable, you have to give yourself a punishment. For example, you say, if you catch me smoking, then I would have to give you something that will cost you something. It could be a very large sum of money, or it could be you denying yourself for a vacation, or it could be you denying yourself a dress that you've always wanted, or for my females, a dress you've always wanted, or something. Like, deny yourself something. So you need people to hold you accountable in order for them to say, okay, we had a deal. You said this and that. And another thing about having people hold you accountable is it makes you a person of your own word. Like, it makes you, like, how people say what you mean and mean what you say. Yeah, and you'll become a better person towards that quote or statements. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Because when people hold you accountable, you can't tell them that when you told them to hold you accountable, you were joking or you didn't mean it. You see? I mean, I wouldn't even buy that if you told me, if my friend says to me, I want you to hold me accountable for this and that, and when you catch me doing this, do this to me, or take away this from me, or between you and I would deprive myself of this. And then the moment I catch you, go like, oh, I was joking. Yo, I'm never believing you again. Never. Like, anything you tell me now, I'll be like, okay, I'm never believing you again. So yeah, so I think it's a good practice. Think about it. If it works for you, fine and good. You don't have to come back here to say thank you. But I appreciate it if you do. Okay. So I think that will be basically all. Yeah, I was trying to make sure that this video isn't longer than 15 minutes, but unfortunately, I think it's way more than that. But it's okay. Thank you guys for sticking around. Please give this video a thumbs up. That's a like. And please, you guys subscribe. And of course, hit that notification button. I'm still trying to like navigate my way around these words. But please, most importantly, I would like to hear your thoughts on some of these tips that I've given today. All right. So till I come your way again, you guys, thank you so much. Bye bye.